Hello everyone, Miss Patty here from Milestones in Music. I miss everyone. I'm so sad that I don't get to see your smiling faces every day, but that's okay. We're gonna make the best with what we have. So today, before we get started making any music, we're going to have to make some instruments for us to use while we do our groups at home, okay? So I have a few things for us to make. We're gonna make some egg shakers, a rain stick, we're gonna make an ocean drum, and then we're gonna talk about some of the different things that we can use at home for props that we would normally have in class, but since I'm not there to give them to you, we're gonna be creative and use what we have at home. All right, so the first instrument we're gonna make is gonna be an egg shaker. And this one is easy enough, especially given the time of year it is right now. All you've gotta do is take a little egg from the store, and we're gonna fill it up. I'm gonna put it over here. I'm gonna fill it up with some rice. You could also use beans or macaroni. You could put some cotton balls in there and see what different sounds you can make. And then we're gonna close it up. And we've got a little egg shaker. But these eggs can crack so easy. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take some tape. You can use any kind of tape. We're gonna tape it shut so that way nothing falls out while we're shaking and baking and moving and grooving. Whoop, like that. There we go. We're gonna tape it shut on that side and eat a little bit more. You can use any tape you want for this, and bonus points if you take some stickers and decorate your egg. So for now, this is going to be my egg. Make sure it's taped nice and shut. You can make a couple of them if you want to. Maybe put some different things in this one to get a different sound from the other one. Same thing, we're going to close it. Nice and tight, and tape it shut. So we don't want to make a mess. We don't want to make a mess, because then we got to clean it up. And there you go, egg shakers. All right, so for our next instrument, I'm really excited about this one. I've never made one of these before. We are going to make an ocean drum. So an ocean drum is an instrument that has two sides and is filled with a bunch of little beads. And when we rock it back and forth, it sounds like the ocean. So we're gonna do our best to recreate that today. There are a couple different ways you can make this. I'm going to use 2 paper plates and a stapler, but you could also use tape to tape it shut. You could use some construction paper to make 2 circles. Get creative. You could use anything that comes close together and that we can tilt side to side. So what I'm going to do first is I took my 2 paper plates. I'm going to pour a little bit of rice in them. Then I'm going to take the top paper plate and I'm going to close it up. Then I'm going to take my stapler. We're going to staple it shut all the way around. All right, so let's see what we've got. We were all stapled together. Let's see if we can hear the ocean. There it is. I probably could have put a little bit more rice in there, but that's okay. We can use it as a shaker too. Maybe a tambourine, and then you get to decorate it. So if you have paper plates that are nice and blank like mine, I want to see what you guys can come up with. I want you to decorate them and send us a picture of what you get, okay? So there's our ocean drum. There we go. All right, so our next instrument that we're gonna make from scratch is going to be our rain stick. So a rain stick is similar to the other two in that it makes a nice, cool sound with the rice, but this time we're going to use a tube. So here's the thing, you can use a toilet paper tube, a paper towel tube, or if you want to get really big, you can use a tube from wrapping paper and make one that's as tall as you are. We're just going to use a paper towel tube for today. So first, I'm going to take my construction paper and let's see, do I have a pen? No, that's okay, I don't need one. We're just going to cut a little square that's bigger than our tube. So we want to cut a square. It's not a great square, but that's okay. It's like this. So there's the size of the tube, and we want our square to be bigger because we want it to cover the bottom of the tube. So I'm going to take my tape. I'm going to tape this on here. I'm going to start with this corner. You want to tape it on there nice and tight so that way none of the little rice has any chance of falling out and getting all over your mommy's floor. Go this side. Now we're going to tape these two down. It's okay if it's not perfect. They'll all have their own little personality. Okay. See it? So it's nice and covered. So now is the fun part. We're going to take another piece of construction paper, or the same piece, we can just use one. We're gonna be resourceful. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna rip little pieces of it. We're gonna crumble them up. So squish, 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 squish until they're about that big, and you can drop them in and they go all the way to the bottom. Or about this big, and if they get stuck, you can take something like a butter knife and push it down. But you want to make sure you're not totally blocking the tube so that the rice still has room to fall to the bottom. So once it's filled up to the top, about like that, we are going to add our rice. So you can take a spoon or a funnel, but just be very careful. Yep, make a mess like Miss Patty. Let me do it this way. You can also use beans or beads or macaroni for this. Just gonna stick with rice. All right, and then I'm gonna take another square that's bigger than the tube so that we can do the same thing that we did to the bottom and close it up so that we can keep our rice or whatever we put in our rain stick in nice and tight. There we go. Okay, so let's hear. Can you hear the rain? Ooh, there it is. Ooh. Very good. All right, so we have 3 different instruments here already that we can use at home. We have got, let me pick up my rice. I made a mess. That's okay. We've got our egg shakers. We've got our ocean drum. And now we have our very own rain stick. So that's all that we have to make, but I have a couple more things that I want to show you guys before we go. So now that we've made some instruments, let's talk about some of the other really cool things that you probably have laying around your house that make really neat sounds. The first thing I want to show you is an instrument that we can use in place of rhythm sticks. So what I've got here is 2 markers. That's all you need. Right? Same things that we do with our rhythm sticks. They might not make as much noise, but they move the same way. We can roll them in our hands. We can hit them together. And guess what? These also double as some drumsticks. So what I have here is just a shoebox. That's it. Nice and fun, right? And if you want something a little bit louder, sorry parents, we're gonna go the classic route. You gotta get a pot. And this gives us a really nice tinny sound that we don't really get with any of our other instruments. It makes all sorts of different sounds. All right, let's put that over here. And last but not least, we often use an instrument in sessions called a whirro, which makes a nice rolling sound with a wood mallet and a wood instrument. But what I have here is just a hairbrush, and it makes the same kind of sound when you rub a pen or a marker across it. So I'm sure everyone has a hairbrush at their house. And last but not least, we do a lot of movement with things like scarves and bandanas. You can use a bandana at home, or you can use a washcloth. You could use a t-shirt. You could use anything that moves, anything that's made of fabric. So that's all I have for you all today. I just wanted to give you some ideas to make instruments at home whenever we can't be together. Hopefully we get together soon though. But yeah, let's recap. We've got egg shakers, an ocean drum, a rain stick, so relaxing, a hairbrush whirro, and our drums. All right, everyone, I hope you have a great week. I hope this gets you some ideas for how to find instruments around your house. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Bye, everyone.